A lovely, crisp Tuesday morning. It's spring-like, and I am driving into work. You can't see me talking because I'm doing a voiceover right now. Yes, of course. But today, some progress. Every day, there's progress. Today, there's the kind of progress that doesn't normally happen. Prince Andrew. Not the real Prince Andrew, but a car. This silver Rover 45 diesel. It has scuffs. It has rough paint. It has leather seats, which are incorrect. And it has a diesel engine. And that is why this is relevant today. Oh, now I'm going to say that this car called Prince Andrew is actually a very, very good car because it's solid, and although it's a bit in need of a wash and a few bits tidying up and etc., the main thing is the main thing essentially, and if the main thing's okay, then the rest of it needn't really be something to worry about. Anyway, you could say that I have enjoyed my time with this car. I have done nearly 1,000 miles in this car, and that's enough to know if it can be trusted and know if I want to keep it. And the simple fact is that there's a swap on the horizon. And when I say on the horizon, I mean just round the corner. You see, the 45 diesel is a cracking car. It's comfortable and it has enough power to make it go well enough. And it's also very economical. But it's only really economical once it's warmed up. And the problem is, my journeys are 2 miles. 2 miles to work, 2 miles back home, and sometimes a little trip off elsewhere. But I find that the diesel doesn't return any better miles per gallon than what the petrol version does. Taking a long trip like to Luton that I did last week, it was fantastic. That's what it wants to do, long motorway journeys. And it just so happens that I know somebody who needs a daily car who does quite a lot of mileage. And that chap is called Boaty, who's arrived in an MGF so we can talk about this. Good morning. Without a whole load of faffing about, I'm just going to get straight to the point. It's that. Boaty, I hereby give you the keys to the Rover 45 known as Prince Andrew.
And I present to you the keys to the MGF known as Wet Leg Von Titty Biscuits.
Fuck off. Sat in the back. I'm going to flick Michael Barrymore's ear. Just before he goes, he's going to do a little bit of faffing around, messing with the seats, messing with the stereo, the usual kind of boaty thing that will make him entirely happy to drive this car back to the Peak District, not being concerned about one thing or another. And surprisingly for me, I'm just one without any responsibility. I've just got to drive this one home. And with that, I don't understand why the roof is actually up. Should be down, shouldn't it? That's better. Bye-bye, Prince Andrew. Don't come back. Finally, here I am, my very own Longbridge Lamborghini, and it feels great. I've so much wanted one of these for such a long time that now I do happen to feel really quite happy, and that was obviously going to be the idea. The first proper drive I had in an MGF was from Boaties in Chesterfield to mine, and I just absolutely loved it. And at the time I said I would actually swap, I would consider a swap of my Rover 420 Tourer for one of these, because it's such an engaging drive. I just really wanted one. And then this opportunity's come up. Boaty really needs a diesel for his commuting, and I don't really need one. And I just happen to remember that he's got this. And although it's very bright, it's very cold now, but you can't drive one of these cars with a roof up and expect it to feel as joyous an occasion as you do freezing your nads off. I've decided that I shall have a treat on my way home of a detour up Blackstone Edge. In my very own MGF, and gosh, it feels fantastic. And really, the MGF this is the most focused driving car. It just feels fantastic. It doesn't have to be rapid. I mean, it's certainly quick enough. I've caught this Peugeot up here. I'm in 5th gear, and I am actually already at the limit, to be honest, anyway, and I shouldn't really be on any faster, but I really do want to do, and he's going to get in my way. He's really going to get in my way. Unless I do something about it. What could I do about it, eh? What could I possibly do about this? Oh, he's speeding up a bit now. I was rather hoping he wouldn't do, so I could overtake. 5th gear all the way up, no problem with torque at all, just a slight problem with getting a bit cold, that's all. Got the heater turned back down again because the blowers are going to be making quite a lot of noise, and you could do with hearing what I'm saying, possibly. Oh, it's slowed down an awful lot suddenly. See, the problem is with this, that Peugeot probably hasn't got the torque to pull itself up the hill without changing down. And the driver of this car hasn't thought to change down. Whoa! I felt the back end skip then as I did that. Parked on the wrong side of the road there. But look at that, what a moody sky. That looks like it's going to cause an awful lot of rain suddenly. What an exhilarating drive this car really is. Pity about the dent. It's gone really cold. I would rather put a coat on than up the roof. And now I'm going to drive back down. Driving back down is not quite as much fun, but it's still going to be good. This quick, even without properly gunning it. That's not maxing out the revs you don't really want to do. And the fact is, you don't even need to do, because it's so light. The 1.6 engine has more than enough torque to really make it go off nice and quickly. Oh, look at that view as well. The brakes on these aren't fantastic, but it just means you're prepared to think ahead a little bit. Brakes that are too good just make you drive in a rather clumsy fashion. And this isn't a car for clumsy drivers at all in the first place. It is one for ones that look out for potholes. It'll slow down an awful lot there because of potholes, right over the hump and down the hill. It's this direct steering, it's unbelievably good. It Find me a more exciting car to drive than this. Go on, it's a challenge. The heating in this is good, it's really good, but even that can't combat the amount of cold going on here just at the moment when you've got no roof on. There's an amazing smell of poo in the air. I just hope it's not me. Now, my friend Boaty, he said to me a while back he would really like me to have one of these, and in a way that's kind of how this has worked, because although now he's got a car that is suitable for his commute, which is quite a lot every day, he's given up his very own MGF, and well, I'm really grateful to him, because although the 45 is a good car, this is a hell of a lot more exciting. I'm absolutely loving this car. It's so exhilarating. I don't think I've ever enjoyed a car as much as I'm enjoying this one right now. Having the roof open at night time in the cold, it's just brilliant. It's so much better than just being in a tin box. And I'm used to old cars, of course, where there's more of that driving experience still there, unlike your modern numb stuff which just cocoons you away from the world altogether. This, gotta watch out for potholes though, it's just astonishingly good. I knew I was going to enjoy this car anyway, obviously, because it's an MGF and I've driven them before, and I've driven this one before and I enjoyed it. But the experience of it being my car as well, my MGF, is just something that I almost didn't expect. It's just so personal feeling. As cheesy as this sounds, it feels like the car is a part of me, because the steering is so direct, it's so in contact with the road that you're driving on. It is amazing. And at this moment, whilst I'm driving to a supermarket that's exactly the same as the one that's just down the road, just so I can go a bit further, I would be happy with only this car if I didn't need a family car as well. Oh, and it's quick as well. It really does punch. I'm not joking, this is the happiest driving experience I have ever had. It is amazing. I feel like I'm repeating myself now, but I could not be happier with this exchange. This car is quick, it handles amazingly, it steers and changes gear, it does all of the driving stuff so well. But something else has occurred to me. The real thing is the fact that there's no roof on it. And I feel like I've got to that age now where I can happily and graciously have myself a proper midlife crisis. And this is it. And it snuck up on me, and I was not expecting it at all. And I couldn't be happier. Go. But without the open top experience, it wouldn't be anywhere near as good. Here I am, freezing my knackers off. My ears are really, really comfortably cold because the heating cannot possibly keep up with that. It's just amazing. Yeah, I've arrived. Finally, Jesus is here.